Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome back to EGFC Season 3. Welcome to our third game of the evening. We are relatively back on schedule now, about 10 minutes behind, but we have got St. Peter's University versus Fairfield Esports. It's going to be St. Peter's playing as Paris Saint-Germain in the black kit, and it will be Fairfield playing as Paris Saint-Germain in the white kit. Fairly easy. Oh, actually, no. That's wrong. That's wrong. It's going to be Fairfield in the PSG blue kit, and it's going to be St. Peter's playing in the white kit. So I'll get those switched around.
Yep. I turn to talk. So let's see how these two teams play out this first leg. Both of these teams will be looking to get a win out of this game. They have both done fairly well in this tournament so far. I believe Fairfield were the runners up last season. So obviously they will be backing themselves to do well again in this tournament, but it is going to be a very close game. It's obviously PSG versus PSG always has been so far. Some good games coming up. That's a shot well apart from Kylian Mbappe. They'll be wanting to get that chance back for sure. And Donnarumma just punting it back down the other end of the pitch, and they do manage to retain possession with right, but gives it away straight away. And now running down that left hand side is Di Maria for Fairfield. And we'll be looking to try and build up that play. They like to do that slow dribbling style.
Yeah, definitely.
In possession.
I agree, and I will just apologise for the grainy gameplay. Unfortunately, due to how EA run things, we do have to run it through other people's streams, so we can't just view the match. But either way, there's a chance for Kylian Mbappe very early on, and like you said at the start of the evening, that standing foot planted into the shot across goal. Very nice stuff. That's going to be 1-0 to Fairfield, and St. Peter's, well, it's not a great start for them. They haven't really had too much going forward. Fairfield have had a couple of opportunities. Could this be a sign of things to come? Is it going to be a Fairfield-dominated game? Who knows? 12 minutes in, it's kind of hard to tell, but we shall indeed see. But another chance. Lionel Messi breaking it down this right-hand side, looking for a potential second goal. He's going to go for the shot very early on. It hits the post to rebound. Kylian Mbappe's there. He's onside. Oh my word. What on earth was that? A massive deflection off the defender. Very, very unfortunate for St. Peter's as dribbling. Great defending though. And yeah, wow. How unfortunate is that?
Yeah, like I was saying, Fairfield, where the runners-up last season, they are currently doing well again in this tournament, and unfortunately St. Peter's are 0-3 so far in the first 3 weeks of this tournament, so this is a game that, coming into it, was favouring Fairfield, but and it's showing in these chances, but yeah, that's a soft pen. It's always going to get given in FIFA, but in my opinion, that's a soft penalty to give away, unfortunately.
Very smart to have the directional, the marker on, and Ramos is going to bury it into the bottom left-hand corner. Easy as you like, 3-0 Fairfield. What a terrible start to the day for St. Peter's University. Neymar's trying to go on a one-man show past the defence, but Kimpembe's just going to stand still, let him run into him. 3-0, 20 minutes into the game, averaging more than a goal per 10 minutes. Absolutely ridiculous. It's a goal every 7 minutes at the moment.
Much as apparently the music that's still on in the background is as well.
Oh dear.
But yeah, a 3-0 start again. This could be another match, much like the first one we had today of a 5-0 first half. Is very possible, but St. Peter's wanting to change that around with a chance of their own, as they do. So I'd say they do find the back of the net, but it works its way out for a corner instead, and now they try and rework it away again. But now Fairfield get a chance to go on the counter from a corner, but there are enough players back for St. Peter's. They deal with that fairly comfortably. So 3-0 down. They want to get this goal back as quickly as they can.
Oh my word!
Oh, so unlucky again. Just not quite finding the back of the net with these chances. Are getting so close, but it's just not, it's not hitting the back of the net. It's not going where they want it to ultimately.
St. Peter's trying to kick, scratch and claw their way back into this game, but it's just not going their way right now. Lionel Messi with some beautiful skills, a beautiful three-point turn into the heel-to-heel. Look at these skills, absolutely beautiful stuff. Gives the ball to Di Maria, who also can provide a bit of a skill school episode. But it's Going to be well
And
defended.
an old favourite on FIFA that he was for many people.
Yeah, definitely. Back in the day, when he was at Real Madrid, very, very good go-to pick. Higuain when he was at Real Madrid as well. A lot of people use those two. The Super Link, I'm not even sure. Was chemistry in the game then? Yeah, it was. But either way, that used to be the go-to. Mbappe looking for the flick over the head of the defender, but Kimpembe knows exactly what he's going to try. As you know, they're teammates at the end of the day. You'd expect them to know exactly what each other are going to do and going to be doing. But either way, 3-0 still as we inch ever closer to the half-time whistle. Fairfield absolutely smashing it, and I'm not too sure what that was, but it was very wide of the target.
Feel like that was meant to be a driven cross, but it didn't. Whatever it was supposed to be, it certainly didn't work as intended for St. Peter's. I'm sure they weren't trying to smash that one a mile wide, that's for sure.
No, I don't think it was intentional to do that, but either way, whatever it was, it didn't pay off that time. We'll see if potentially it'll work later on, but either way, they're coming forward once again. Great defending from Fairfield, just a bit faster, just a bit more hungry at the moment. They seem like they're just a couple of steps ahead of whatever St. Peter's are trying to do at the moment, and it's definitely showing right now as they're looking for another attempt. Neymar running through, he's got the pace behind him, he cuts inside again, the shot, the chance, Donnarumma with a save, denying Neymar from his goal. That was going to be the fourth goal of the game, all going the way of Fairfield. Whipped into the near post, cleared away, Kera does well. Di Maria on the ball though, can he get past any of the defenders? Oh, it's a bit of a circus at the back at the moment for St. Peter's University. The ball's just bobbling all over the place.
Yeah, definitely not the tidiest that they could have been playing, but yeah, it's sloppy little moments like that will end up costing you in the long run in the game. But smooth skill run from Neymar. Oh, that would have been a compilation goal if he'd managed to work that one.
That really would have. It was absolutely beautiful. The flip-flap at the end to send the defender the wrong way would have been absolutely glorious. But either way, Fairfield currently, they're doing well. They're doing pretty well for themselves. 3.7 expected goals and 0.9 for St. Peter's. So obviously yet to have their goal. 22% possession for St. Peter's University. That is, if you don't know football, that is not good. That is definitely not the statistic that you want coming up against your side. But either way, Fairfield very much deserved of the 3-0 lead and everything that entails that, the possession and everything. They've looked absolutely fantastic, absolutely dominant in this game so far.
They have indeed. Like I said, obviously coming into this game, much like we expected Iona to have pulled out a win in the last game, which we're still waiting for how the second leg of that that tie ends up. But Fairfield are the favourite coming into this game, so while it's FIFA and anything can happen, you would expect the result to be kind of going in this direction, but we shall see if it continues going into this second half.
Yeah, I mean, Fairfield obviously 1 win, 1 loss. St. Peter's currently on 3 losses, not looking too great. We'll have to see what they can do, obviously, in the second leg, but I don't think it's going to go any differently. We will see, though, they're a good team. We will have to see what happens. Good header, but Donnarumma will collect it up quite easily. A couple of early chances for St. Peter's as they look to try and get themselves back in this game. Ball played over the top. No one's home. No one's home that time for Fairfield. I think Hope and Mbappe was there, but Neymar Jr. is going to pick up the ball. Has he got the skills once again? Taking it past Kimpembe. He's going to look for the cheeky little heel fake Rabona into a little turn. I'm trying to say exactly what the skill moves are, but into the roulette. It goes to the fake Rabona once again. La Croqueta. Marquinhos, a brick wall in the way this time, though. And now potentially a chance for St. Peter's to come forward and look for some action up the other end of the field. Sergio Ramos with a touch. Messi almost capitalises, but not close enough.
Not quite. It was definitely a hit and hope type ball, and Ramos not the most confident of touches there. He obviously did open it up slightly, but Fairfield defensively still looking solid. St. Peter's still trying to just figure out a way of maintaining any sort of possession and they need to try and build up the play a little bit slower, not rush the ball up to the front so much with passes like that. They need to, like I said, that 22% possession is because they've given the ball away in situations like that. They need to just try and calm things down a little, hold on to the ball, and work that build up a bit more.
Definitely, I agree. Be a bit more patient with the ball. They're just banging it forward, hitting and hoping at the moment. 60 minutes in, no real chances for St. Peter's, but Fairfield looking absolutely fantastic. Look at the patience from Lionel Messi. Look at the patience from Fairfield. Stops on the spot. The agility comes into play, and that's going to be 4-0 to Fairfield. They have looked absolutely dominant in this fixture so far. Still a whole second leg to go, but it's already looking like it's the closing of the show here for St. Peter's. They are looking down and out. It's not looking good for them, but you never know. One goal and they could be back in it.
They could indeed. Obviously, like I said, there's still a whole other second leg, of course. Things can go very differently in second legs, as we've seen already, even just tonight, but throughout this whole tournament. So, 4-0 is very comfortable, and Fairfield looking 5-0, as I was going to say, looking very dominant, about to create another chance, and they immediately hit it into the back of the net. So, it's been the build-up. Like, they've not given themselves chance to relax or calm down or set themselves up, St. Peter's, during this game, and ultimately that's been their downfall. It's just been a relentless onslaught of possession and just chances and attacks down the other end of the field for Fairfield. They've really not let their foot off the gas here. And 5-0 currently, with the way this performance is going, it certainly looks like they could score more, and the way things are going, I'm not confident that St. Peter's can really even find a goal back into it. So it's going to be very tough going into the second leg for whoever's playing for St. Peter's, as this is just a very dominant performance from Fairfield so far.
Very dominant performance indeed, and we'll have to see if they can continue this dominant display going into the second leg, going into the last 20 minutes of this game. If they get another one, it's surely going to be game over here for St. Peter's. But either way, 5-0 is a very, very difficult comeback, especially when you haven't really had any chances. If you haven't really had any chances scoring 5 goals, it's literally going from 0 to 100 in the space of 5 minutes I think they have in between each game. So it's going to be very difficult for them. We'll have to see if they can do it. We've seen stranger things happen. Well, that would be probably one of the stranger things that we've ever seen, but you never know. Neymar coming into the box from the corner, going to look for that beautiful little overhead kick. And oh my word, no way did that go in!
Found its way
what? What on earth?
Of all the chances we've seen in this tournament, and all of the incredible saves that goalkeepers have made, and that has somehow found its way into the back of the net.
I'm sorry, I really wanted to play that better, but I genuinely didn't think it went in. I thought it went in. I thought it hit the side netting.
I agree. I thought exactly the same thing.
The rainbow flick into the bicycle kick. How did that go in? Absolutely ridiculous stuff. Kylian Mbappe coming through here. He's looking for the special goals. He's looking for the beautiful ones, but it's well defended as St. Peter's do their job. But what's he looking for here? Is he just gonna beautiful directional nutmeg? Looks to the cut inside. Marquinhos is going to take it away. We'll go out for a corner and maybe going to look for the same thing. Neymar Jr. Rainbow flick into the bicycle.
Broke, don't fix it. But this is Marco Verratti, not Neymar, and I don't think he's quite got that in his bag of tricks.
No, he does. He can do it. He can do a rainbow flick. To be fair, I think all players can this year, or like most. I think 3-star skills you have to be.
Is it 3-star skills now for a rainbow flick?
I think so.
But
they do it very, very slowly.
Ah, right. That makes more sense.
Either way, here comes Kylian Mbappe. Can this be the first goal for St. Peter's? No. Taking it too far. It's unlucky. It's unlucky from St. Peter's. What can you say other than that? They just haven't really had any chances. Chances they have had, they just haven't been able to take. And as you can see, Marco Verratti there with a beautiful turn. Although he's got 3-star skill moves, working his way into the area, twisting and turning, the dribbling coming into play. Can he find someone at the back post? He can. It's Rafinha. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 goals for Fairfield, and this is probably the highest scoring first leg of EGFC action we have had in a very long time, as we're about to hit the 90th minute mark and call the first leg on this game. There's still a whole nother second leg to go, and Fairfield currently winning by 7.
It
Yes,
is not. It's
7
not
goals to
quite
nil.
the highest scoring, as I mentioned earlier. There was an 8-6 game in week 2 between Marquette and Manhattan, but that is definitely the most dominant first leg performance we've seen. That is the biggest goal difference coming out of the first leg that we have seen so far in this tournament. So definitely an incredible performance from Fairfield in that first game.
Yeah, I would have to agree, and we'll have to. Well, I'm gonna say we'll have to see what happens in the second leg, but I can only see it being more of the same. Fairfield have looked absolutely fantastic, and it's been a pleasure to watch some of the goals and stuff like that. But either way, while we get ready for the second leg, we're going to throw it to a very quick break, and then we're going to jump back in and see what we can. Well, see if St. Peter's can get a goal. See if they can get anything in this game, even if it is just a consolation prize. But go grab yourselves a drink, and we'll be back in a couple of moments' time with the second leg between St. Peter's University and Fairfield University. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to EGFC Season 3, Week 4. We're here for the second game, well, the second leg. Oh my god, this this in-game noise is so loud. My ears just got absolutely blown up by that. I do apologise if anyone else's did. It's going to be Fairfield versus St. Peter's University. Fairfield have a 7-goal advantage. So we're just going to take this one as it comes. We're going to see if St. Peter's can get anything back in this game. It's going to be St. Peter's in the white kit, and it's going to be Fairfield in the red kit. Very, very nice for Fairfield as they're playing in their home colours of red. And here comes Jordan Henderson with an early chance. He's going to take the shot. He is. And Jordan Henderson is going to be the player opening the scoring. And it's going to be 1-0 to Fairfield.
A good start for them.
El Capitan.
On Liverpool. Yeah, the El Capitan. A guy that doesn't get as much love as I think he deserves in the world of football overall. But does manage to get some love here today and find the back of the net for the opening goal of this match. And I'm just happy to see a Liverpool versus Liverpool game. Proves that they are a dominant side. You know, two people that want to play. We proved it on the weekend that we were a dominant side, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, most definitely. It was a great game, and here comes a chance. So very early on, and oh my dear lord. Roberto Firmino's missed a point-blank one-on-one opportunity. It's something we saw a lot last season, but this season he's looking a little bit better. He's turned up the gears a little bit. He's playing quite well this season, to be fair, and there is a chance for him once again. There is a chance for St. Peter's, but he's going to go out for a corner kick. Whipped into the middle. Van Dijk is there, looking for a big header, but can't quite put it away. Fabinho going to take the shot down. Salah going to look for the long-range effort. Alisson's going to come out with a massive punch. And Fairfield are finally going to get the ball back, as that's a beautiful switch of play from Jordan Henderson. And now you can watch Mane run. Just watch him. He's so fast. Running it down this left-hand side to Thiago. Is he going to look for it? The overhead! Ooh, that would have been mental.
That would have been a beauty, that's for sure.
Very true.
There was some great... And from that amazing bit of play straight into getting an offside from a corner. Not quite the same level of perfection there, but yeah, that would have been a wonder goal for sure if they teed that one up now and got away with it. But like I said, watching Mane just stride down through that open space, it is something that is certainly beautiful to see, and that is something that obviously they can do. Is it's now Trent finding open space on that right hand side, much like he would pushing up in real life. But St. Pete is just slightly lacking at times with some of these passes at the end, and it's allowing Fairfield to just break. And again, the possession is just so much in favour of Fairfield so far at the start of this game, and they've already created a fair share of chances. And Mane out jumping defenders is just something that to this day in real life surprises me. Watching him, go up against a guy that's a good, 5 inches taller than him at times, and he just leaps over him like it's nothing.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously a very athletic man. He's very good in the air. Well, he's absolutely rapid as well, which helps. Mohamed Salah, the little magician, working his way in the box. Going to look for the shot on the left foot, but Alisson knows that's what he looks for every time, and he read it fairly well. Got a couple of inches to his right-hand side, and it could be a foul there. Robertson sticking a leg in, but Salah will do well enough. Alisson will come out, pick the ball up. Need to be careful playing out from the back, though. Salah pressing very, very heavily. 24 minutes into this game, 1-0 Fairfield. That's 8-0 on aggregate, I think it is. And that is going to run its way out for a throw-in.
Yeah, 8-0 aggregate. This is about as dominant a performance as we're likely to see throughout this tournament. 8-0 in favour of Fairfield. And yeah, like I said, risky playing out from the back from St. Peter's, given, like I said, obviously want them to be a bit more controlled in possession and not just boot it up the other end of the pitch. But with the kind of press and the pace that this Liverpool front line have, it is obviously dangerous to be playing it out from the back, as they can just suddenly rush onto you from anywhere. But now it's Fairfield again trying to work the play up with Thiago running through the middle, and a finesse shot that maybe earlier on would have worked, but they have been patched.
Audacious effort from Thiago going for it from that far out. Never really getting in trouble the keeper, but you never know. You got if you don't buy a ticket, you don't win the raffle. In the famous words of, I've forgotten what was it. Clyde Tilsley? I don't know what the
you
commentator's
miss
name
every
was.
shot you don't take.
Exactly. I'm not even going to talk about it because it's quite controversial at the moment. Obviously. If you know, that's all I'm going to say. Anyway, Virgil van Dijk taking the ball away from Roberto Firmino, and now Liverpool can come forward. That's a terrible tackle. That's a terrible tackle from Joel Matip. Referee's not having any of it. Telling him no more. Virgil van Dijk giving him a pat on the head. Good lad. You're all right. Keep your head.
Keep it calm. We got four, just talking from a Liverpool perspective, four incredible, definite Premier League quality centre halves in one Liverpool side with Joe Gomez, Joe Matip, Virgil van Dijk, and Ibrahima Konate. Feeling much more confident about Liverpool's defence this season compared to what was going on last
but
season.
there is the first goal of the series for St. Peter's. It is going to be Thiago leaping above all of the Liverpool defenders to reach the header, and finally they've got themselves a little consolation goal. But yeah, I agree. I don't know how I feel about Ibrahim Konate right now. I've seen a fair bit of him, but I haven't seen enough of him yet to say that he's, on the same level as the rest of the defence. But either way, I'm very confident that we have a very solid defence. Just the midfield we need to work on.
And with Tsimikas as well.
Tsimikas, yeah, he's played very well.
I was having a conversation with some fellow Liverpool fans during the United game after Keita went down and got injured, and I'll kind of bring up the premise to you again. How would you feel, like you said, with the kind of weakness we've got in this midfield, especially with Keita being out injured, Fabinho, having some nagging injuries that are holding him out of the side currently? What would you feel like if we, put Tsimikas in midfield maybe, or put Trent Alexander-Arnold possibly into that midfield? Because they've shown that they've got that ability to move up and down the field. Do you think they'd be able to do it in one of those wider midfield roles for Liverpool, and then bring on Joe Gomez at right back, or obviously keep Robertson at left back with Tsimikas playing in the midfield?
I'd prefer to see us play five at the back than play Robertson or Tsimikas there. I'd prefer to just add an extra centre back into the defensive line. So instead of having Van Dijk, Matip, Alexander-Arnold, Robertson, just slot Joe Gomez or Konate at the centre-back position and then play two in the midfield and the front three. I'd prefer to see that probably, but I could see Trent playing as a right CDM, right centre mid or something like that. But
yeah, that's, like I say, it was just something that was brought up because we feel like obviously Oxlade-Chamberlain and Curtis Jones can do an amazing job in that midfield, and they probably will be the types of players that are getting starting minutes with the way the lineup is currently. But we were talking about, now the lack is, not having the depth in the midfield if any of them have to come off or get dropped for injury for whatever reason. So it's just, if it came to it, we were talking like who would you feel could do the strongest job in that midfield position?
Obviously, it's difficult, isn't it? Because Klopp would never do that. He'd rather play Curtis Jones there than have Trent in the midfield, I would assume. Yeah. So it's a bit of a difficult situation. But yeah, come the January transfer window, I definitely feel like we should be looking to sign a centre midfielder. And as you see, Elliot has been brought on to the field, and he is playing in this match. 73 rated. We'll see what he can do.
He's a wonder kid, and it's obviously the real life injury that he suffered is very unfortunate, as he is or was looking to become an incredible player in this Liverpool side, and we will hope to get him back sooner rather than later. Hopefully, his rehab and recovery goes as well as can be hoped, and he gets back to full fitness as soon as possible. But a lower rated and lesser used player in the game of FIFA, and see how well he can do in this game.
I mean, they've got a 7-goal advantage, so I don't think they're really going to mind too much. I think they're just having a good time, bringing on some players that wouldn't really usually use. But either way, here he comes. Elliott with the ball, plays it out wide for Trent Alexander-Arnold, whips to the back post. Free header for Robertson, but Alisson makes a fantastic save.
He does. Alisson's someone that we haven't mentioned too much in this game or in any of the games with Liverpool, but he is one of the better goalkeepers on FIFA, one of the better goalkeepers in world football, of course, and he is one of the strong points of this Liverpool side. I mean, he made a huge difference in real life. His impact on this team is cannot go unstated. He really helped turn this team around and help them take that next step, and
yeah,
certainly seems to do the same in FIFA.
You know, if we had, instead of having Karius in goal in the final against Madrid, we had Alisson Becker, I feel like it would have been a very, very different final compared to obviously Karius. You know, the changes we've made, the signings we've made, that is a terrible shot from Mane into row Z. But yeah, I feel like, you know, the changes to the team have been absolutely monumental. Bringing in Virgil van Dijk. Obviously, all these fantastic players. Fabinho have had a massive, massive impact on the team. So, a massive reason why we won the Premier League and obviously the Champions League as well is due to those players.
Yeah, it is indeed. I mean, it's been, you know, they've been rewarded with, you know, like I said, getting those big performances, winning the title, winning the Champions League. They've proved the quality that they certainly do have, and they are up there among some of the best players in the world in their respective positions. That's for sure.
Joe Gomez missing a bit of a free header there. That was
you'd like to have seen that testing the goalkeeper at least.
At least, yeah. You know, that should have really been on target. But heading's always been one of those things on FIFA for me that is a little bit hit and miss. Sometimes you can get some really nice headers, but sometimes the defenders attackers miss a completely free header. So it's a little bit infuriating. But either way, so far in this game, Fairfield have not really been too dominant. It's been kind of even in the second leg, but in the first leg, obviously very, very one-sided indeed. Roberto Firmino got the ball. I'm assuming he's looking for Elliott, so Elliott can score a goal. Mane now back to Elliott, goes for the heel-to-heel, and yeah, it's difficult to get him to score, obviously, because his dribbling isn't very high. Pretty sure his pace is in the high 80s, but everything else is quite low.
Yeah, he just makes me feel like the first time I ever felt old watching a game of football was when I realised that there was someone a couple of years younger than me that is making it into a starting lineup, and I was like, oh god, what am I doing with my life? But yeah, not quite the best player on FIFA, as we previously mentioned, but he's a pacey little thing, but that's about all he's got going for him in the game of FIFA.
He's got 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot, 78 pace, 76 dribbling, 71 passing, 79 acceleration, 77 sprint speed, 87 agility, 86 balance, 77 dribbling. So, you know, he's good on the ball, but unfortunately that is about it. Henderson gives it to Mohamed Salah. Can he get the shot off? He can, but Alisson somehow once again makes an absolutely outrageous save.
Yeah, very, very quick reactionary fingertip save there, but yeah, that's some stats I'm surprised about from that that readout of Harvey Elliott, but I'm sure he'll end up getting, well, I'd say he'll get an upgrade, but due to the injury, probably won't. But hopefully, in next FIFA, once he regains his fitness and gets back into playing for the team, he can get some of those stats up to match the kind of quality that he has shown on the field in real life.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. Just going to catch up with chat a little bit. George, did you get anything out? Oh, I haven't opened my Prime Gaming pack yet. I haven't even looked at it, to be honest. I will probably do that at some point later. Curtis Jones deserves an opportunity. I agree. I feel like he should be playing right now. Mohamed Salah on the ball, and there he is! The person that Needham talks about, Curtis Jones, getting himself a goal and increasing the lead to 2 goals. Well, yeah, 2 goals for Fairfield now. 1 goal lead. FIFA just hates me, says Reich. Yeah, it's a little bit unlucky right now for St. Peter's. You know, they've had a few chances in this game here, but Fairfield have looked very, very strong.
They have indeed.
Ball
It's,
switched down that side.
Looked fairly comfortable from them, even with some of the changes that they've made during this game to get some fan favourite players on. They've still looked fairly comfortable, and they are still in the lead, so it doesn't seem to be too much of a hindrance to them, and they are just kind of having fun at this point, I would say.
Yeah, definitely, and it does look like they're having a lot of fun with it as well. Mane clears the ball away. Thiago does get there, but being chased by Trent Alexander-Arnold. Beautiful ball over the top, but Joe Gomez uses that strength. That's a new feature that came in this year. Aerial battles, they are a lot cooler this year. To be fair, you know, if you hold your left trigger or L2 and your player has higher strength than the opposition player, he can attempt to strength him off while the ball is in the air and hold him back kind of thing. That is something that got introduced, and the fizzed ball, the looking for the back post finesse once again with Thiago. It's not going to come in handy, and Fairfield are going to look to close this one out. It's going to be a 2-1 win, and that should be the end of this series here.
Yeah, and an 8-goal aggregate victory for the side of Fairfield is something they will be very happy about, and that is the highest aggregate win of the tournament so far.
Is it?
It is. The highest we've had previously on aggregate have been 7-goal victories, so that is, as far as aggregate is concerned, that is the highest victory we have had. So,
well, 7 goals in the first game, 2 goals in the second game, 9-1 finish for Fairfield. Fantastic stuff, and congratulations to them for picking themselves up the win. Obviously, commiseration to St. Peter's, as you know, they looked alright in the second game, but in the first game the deed was already done. 7 goals, it's over at that point. And yeah, unfortunately, that is the way the cookie crumbles. But Iona versus George Washington shaping up to be a big battle next week between the two new squads, and they both look very good. They've both had very good seasons so far, so that's going to be definitely one to watch for next week. But we still have one game coming up for you guys, so do stick around, because the last game of the evening will be St. John's versus William and Mary. St. John's, one of the top teams in the league, currently sitting 1-1, which is surprising. I thought they've looked good. Obviously, they looked very, very good last year, winning the tournament. But yeah, they're going to be coming up against William and Mary.
That shock victory in week 2 by Iona that really, like I said, set the standard for Iona's performances and showed that they were one of the strong sides in this tournament when they did beat St. John's. But St. John's will be looking to bounce back. They did get that week 1 victory, and they will obviously be looking to try and bring that form and show why they won last season into this game coming up soon.
True. Very true indeed. But we are going to quickly throw it to a very fast break, and in 5 minutes time we will be bringing you the next game between St. John's University and William and Mary. So go grab yourselves a snack, and we will be back in a couple of moments time.